Hey everyone, this is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we're going to be talking about selling at Total Wine and More. So if you have a great product perfect for their stores or their website, this training will give you some things to think about in regards to selling to them. With that said, let's get started on today's training.
Total Wine and More is a massive retailer that's expanding very fast. The reason I mention this is that they have a lot of shelf space where they can put new products on store shelves very quickly and test a lot of products. They currently sell wine, spirits, beer, and seltzer, lots of snacks and food items, and a whole variety of other little things related to that industry as a whole. It's a retailer that you don't want to ignore, obviously, if you have a beverage item, but also if you have any sort of product that could work for anybody who drinks anything at all. So, cups, glasses, utensils, anything hardware related, and so forth. It's a fantastic opportunity for those of you who have never been to Total Wine and More to go check it out in case your product could fit in their stores. Again, these stores are humongous, which means that they can absolutely explore new products, which is very different than selling to, say, a GNC, where their stores are so small they can barely fit new products in there, so they're much more selective. So the first thing to consider is that you need to walk their stores to take a look at whether or not your product could fit. Never presume that they wouldn't sell a product like yours. I've seen all sorts of food types in that store, as well as some really interesting gift items, as well as party favors, all sorts of stuff that might work for any other product type. The second thing is, if you have a product that could fit for Total Wine and More after you've taken a look at what they're up to, the second recommendation is to think about, just because they are not a typical retailer that you would sell to doesn't mean that you shouldn't consider selling to them. The reason I say this is because a lot of times people get so focused on what retailers they really religiously want to sell to. Like if you have a certain product that's perfect for Walmart, you're always interested in selling to Walmart or Target or a few stores. But you never expand your reach to other retailers, which is silly because your competitors are not thinking about selling to Total Wine and More. And we really want you to get a chain store order because you can make millions of dollars off one retail chain. And that's what we really want for you. So, really, please don't do what everybody else does, which is to ignore the opportunities ahead of you because you are not thinking about what types of retailers to focus on. The next thing is that if you want to go and submit your product on their website, you'll notice that they're going to have a whole questionnaire that they want you to fill out, and they give you an email address to send stuff out to. My recommendation is to not go that route. It's to actually submit your product to them in a differing way. We teach strategies on how to find the appropriate buyer at Total Wine and reach out to them directly. Why? Because all your competitors are going to their vendor portal, filling out forms, doing whatever they want. We teach strategies that the sales professionals actually focus on, which is to find the particular buyer and speak to them in a very particular way that gets them interested in working with you. We try to differentiate ourselves from the competition, as you can tell, because that's what works. Whether or not you submit appropriate information is up to you. If you want to learn how to approach, pitch, and sell to retailers like Total Wine, please take a look at retailmba.com. We do that as a company. We are a retail consultancy that also helps people generate revenue directly by providing services and whatever you need to get into stores. Other than that, really what it comes down to when you're trying to sell to Total Wine and More, it's that you do not pigeonhole yourself as a company that only focuses on a couple of retailers in general. You'd want to expand your reach and go after retailers that don't make a lot of sense for you currently, which is why we ask you to start looking beyond the top few retailers you want to sell to. The reason for this is because retailers are looking for new products all day long, every single day. And Total Wine and More could be a retailer that you could get your consumer electronics product in They have all sorts of random products in there. Please walk their stores and see what I'm talking about, because at the end of the day, what it really means is you got to differentiate yourself from everybody. And also, you have to start thinking outside of the box. You are a company that hasn't generated a lot of money through retail channels. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to this, and or you're trying to expand what you're doing currently. And what I'm saying to you is that there are strategies and workarounds to every problem. And sometimes it's just that you're in your own way, only wanting the top couple of retailers that everyone else is focused on. So with that said, if you want to learn how to approach, pitch, and sell Total Wine and More, please click on the links below and or check out retailmba.com. We provide all sorts of information related to how to do that today. This is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA. I appreciate you and hope this helped.